Yeah, the horse is made ready for battle, but victory belongs to the Lord. Our guys did a good job preparing. We talked all week about, somebody made a comment earlier in the week that, this is what you've been waiting for. And we talked about, guys, this ain't what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been working for. And the guys really took hold of that, and they prepared, and they really did a nice job. At the bottom line, you're going to win a college football game. There's some blessings involved. So we're truly, truly grateful to win that game. Indiana State played outstanding. I mean, you talk about a team that's 0-3, and they obviously got a spark, with their quarterback back, freshman of the year in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. But still, we punt the ball. I don't even know how many yards that thing was. Seemed like 1,000, and put them down there, backed up, and you get a safety to start the game. And they don't waver. You come out, start of the third quarter, and you get a pick six. They don't waver. They just keep coming back and keep coming back. So got to give a lot of credit to Coach Mallory and his staff and to Indiana State.
Dean, I was not on the field. I was up in the press box, but I saw the video. You got a little wet, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a little wet. It was cold. More cold than wet is what I noticed right off the bat. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Gatorade or water or what it was, but it was good, and I'll take it any time.
Like you were saying, Indiana State just kept coming.
Yeah.
I looked at their record from last year. They didn't just get blown out by a lot of those NDSC. They were right in the games.
They're right there. We watched all their games from a year ago. Obviously, that was important, knowing that the quarterback was back, rather than just watching, Ball State and Indiana, and EIU games, because they didn't have their quarterback. So we watched the games last year to see, schematically, how are they going to tweak it now that he's back. And you watch those games. I mean, I was watching the North Dakota State game, and that was a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. They went onside, just like here, try to win the game. So, that's a team. Missouri Valley, you got to get ready to play every week. South Dakota was told, before the game that South Dakota went to North Dakota State, I think, and knocked them off. And Coach Hodges, who was in the Missouri Valley Football Conference at Western Illinois, said, "Hey, welcome to the Missouri Valley." And I thought he was talking about our game. No, he was talking about you got to play every single week, and anybody can beat anybody, and it's just a brutal league.
Can you walk us through in a 2-point win where Caldra Williford came from? Because his safety obviously wins the game. A lot of different plays won the game.
Yeah.
But such a way to start off. I mean, where did he come from, and what does he bring to the defense? Because he had an outstanding game tonight.
Yeah, you're talking about as far as hometown. He's a St. Louis kid. I thought you meant where he came from on the field to get the safety. Came from corner blitz. Yeah, came from corner blitz.
Was it a nickel blitz?
Yeah, no, he plays corner, so it's a corner blitz. But no, he's a St. Louis kid. That, man, you want to talk about maturing in a year. Came in, typical of a lot of freshmen that just, really talented in high school, and then coming in and needed to settle into structure, and needed to settle into kind of a way of doing things and maturing. And, it was rough early. And then he has really, really come on, as far as taking care of business off the field, his schoolwork, going to study hall, being on time, doing things right. He's been, he went from A to Z, in a year, and really, really proud of that kid, his work ethic and how he's growing as a man. And, he's our guy at corner right now. We're having some struggles at corner. As you could see, they kept hitting the glances on us, off the zone read stuff, and hit us on some deep balls, and we were out of position and had some pass interference, so we've been struggling a little bit at that position. But he's been the guy that that you got to say, kind of like when we had Marcus Floyd. Hey, okay, well, put him over there on number 6, or put him over there on number 9, and let's try to stop that. He's been that guy for us, and you want to talk about a short time span of going from, man, I don't know if this kid's going to be able to adjust to, hey, go put him on their best receiver.
Coach, we've talked to both the defensive player and the offensive player tonight. They both seem to have a lot of respect for the other on the opposite side of the field. How much of respect has been built with both the defense and the offense scoring tonight?
Yeah, it's those guys go against each other a lot, especially in training camp and all that. And we work hard on protect your brother in the way that you practice. And that takes some vision. If you're just worried about winning the moment and not worried about winning something, bigger than yourself, sometimes you get selfish and you'll take a cheap shot, or you'll take a shot that's, not good for your teammate as far as a chance of hurting them. So that's a learning curve too. But here in year 4, our guys are really 100% bought in that, man, we're going to go hard and we're going to make sure it's a legal deal. We're going to challenge our brother in practice, every single day. But we're going to make sure that we protect them and keep them safe. So it is challenging, but I think we're in a good spot right now.
Can you say,
How good was it to see those 2 defensive scores?
Oh, big time. I mean, that's, it's hard to stop anybody in college football unless you're turning the ball over. So that's big to get the turnover. I think it was maybe CJ that, matched the hand, which is actually a drill that we do, a couple days a week in practice, where you're coming on a rush and you just match the quarterback's hand to get the knockdown, and then, C. Hill came up with it. And then the safety is big, not only for the 2 points, but then for the ensuing, field position.
I'm just gonna name one name, Orion. What a game.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had.
He's really done a nice job. He's a freshman, so we really felt like that we were really, really blessed to secure him in the recruiting process, and really thought that he was a talent and thought that he was raw, and our coach has done a nice job, working with him. But man, he's a talented kid. He's got a really, like I've had some on before, like Max Duffy, like Jordan Berry, just their mentality, Australian kid. He's a worker. He wants to be great, and he's just done a phenomenal job.